Two teams that know each other well. We'll see the Chicago White Sox as they play against the Cleveland Indians. It's all in store just moments away.
We welcome you to the site formerly known as the Jake Now Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Justin Masterson, the hitters will be planning their plate strategies against him. Can they figure him out? That's the question. And glad you could be with us. A mid-April matchup for this 2K Sports presentation of MLB. As he gets into this White Sox lineup, Steve, a little strategy.
Got a good right-hander on the mound and a good lineup that he's facing right here. And it's going to come down to execution on either side to see who prevails.
Right now we've got a moment. Let's take a look at the lineup for the White Sox. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
A lot of guys, as they get older, their power numbers go down. Not so much for Paul Konerko. He seems to be getting wiser as he's getting older. A little more selective at the plate than he has been in his early days, but the power numbers are still as good as ever.
And getting us started here, it's going to be Alejandro De Aza.
The Chicago White Sox, left fielder, number 30, Alejandro De Aza.
Masterson with the delivery. Sinker runs inside, 1-0.
Well, and that'll saw his batting, too, if he swings at that one.
On the way. Smacked that one. Long fly ball, but it's fouled to the left. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. Nice work, Chu. He's able to get there. Here's a look at the defensive alignment for the Tribe.
As you look at this club defensively, it's a team that struggles and ranked in the bottom 5 in the American League, and that really does impact their ability to win ball games. They just give the opposition too many extra base runners, too many extra bases, and too many extra outs.
And it's Alexei Ramirez now, 1 away.
Well, this is one of the great rivalries in the Midwest, the Sox and the Indians. These two have battled it out for a long time, pretty much neck and neck in the standings last year, but the White Sox won the head-to-head battle 11-7.
And the Masterson pitch is in there. It's a strike on 1. Steve was talking about with that Indians-White Sox series. Cleveland came up short in 7 of the first 8. And that really took a lot of drama out of their year, John.
Yeah, and I remember they played on opening day, and it was a wild one. The White Sox were up 14-0 in the 4th inning before Cleveland came back with 10 runs of their own. The Sox held on, but quite a way to start the year.
This one swung on and driven hard. This one to Sizemore. He comes up with it easily here. Here's what's happening this Friday. We'll be at Fenway Park to watch the Boston Red Sox. They take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Game gets underway 7 o'clock Eastern. Here's Paul Konerko with 2 away. Last season, only .233 against the Indians. Smash towards the middle. And the throw's in time at first. Mercy, what a play. So Justin Masterson gets them 3 up, 3 down. He gets through the first inning without allowing a hit. First look at the Cleveland bats coming right up. And doing the pitching, it'll be John Danks. He gets settled in for Chicago. Steve, as he faces these Cleveland hitters, primary emphasis.
A good-looking lefty on the mound right here against the lineup that can put some runs up on the board. So pretty even matchup. So it's going to come down to which side executes better than the other. Oftentimes we say good pitching can beat good hitting.
And Sizemore, swing and a miss. That evens the count up. Look at these matchup numbers. He's hit .245 off the White Sox. 1-1 on the way. That's a foul ball by Sizemore. And the 1-2 pitch from Danks. And Grady Sizemore strikes out. Couldn't make contact.
Oh, Gary, that's a great pitch right there. Great command and control. Hitting the spot down and in. It makes it real tough on the hitter.
Got a moment to check out that lineup for the Indians. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, he's not a household name, but let me tell you something. Shin-Soo Choo is a guy who's going to be a legitimate star in this league. An unbelievably beautiful left-handed swing. To me, he's going to be a 2020 guy every year he plays.
Off the plate with a fastball, and it's 1-0.
Well, one area that the Indians were strong last year, defending the home turf at Progressive Field, 44-37 in 2011.
Here it comes. Good cut fastball in there, 1-1. You know, one of the quirks in the Indians' home record, Steve, you were talking about, they actually were outscored at home by a pretty healthy margin.
Well, that means they won the close games. The bullpen was good. They did the little things to win at Progressive Field, but they look like they're on the wrong side of a few blowouts.
Retiring Kipnis. Now a quick look for this game of the White Sox and how they are positioned in the field. Infield, outfield factors in this one, John?
Well, the ability to cover ground is a key for any outfielder, and Alex Rios can get on a horse and chase down those gappers. His team is confident with him out there. He's a solid all-around defender, and he possesses a pretty good throwing arm, so that makes him a double threat when it comes to playing the outfield.
And Cabrera settles in. He has a .286 batting average against the White Sox. Swung on and drilled by Cabrera. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in. So John Danks gets him 3 up, 3 down. He gets through the first inning without allowing a hit. And it'll be the White Sox. And Adam Dunn to bat. He'll start us out here in the second.
Adam Dunn.
First pitch is a slider in there, 0-1.
Well, the breaking ball up in the hitter's eyes. He gets the strike call on it. The hitter just couldn't pull the trigger.
0-1. Masterson kicks and delivers. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Now Dunn will have to be very protective.
Well, I got a chance to drive one out of the ballpark. Nobody on base, and I think with that, they got to think about getting somebody on in front of them because it looks like the power's coming.
Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2. That's called. Strike 3. Adam Dunn out of there.
He must have been looking off speed, which I don't understand. With 2 strikes, you have to look fastball and adjust to the off-speed pitch. Either way, he's walking back to the dugout.
Coming to the plate now, here's Morrill. .316 batting average last year against the Indians here in Cleveland. Low pitch from Masterson. That'll be a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Here's the pitch. 1-1 pitch. A sinker taken for a strike. 1-2.
A strike or no strike, he's asking for trouble up there.
The 1-2 on its way. Good patience as Brett Morrow lets it go to even up the count. The 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air to left center. Catch is made. Still settling into the season. Here's who the Indians are going to be facing. The Chicago series ends tonight. They'll kick off a series with the Kansas City Royals, a little division play. That series bound to be competitive. That gets underway on Friday night. Then there's another stop on the road trip. The Seattle Mariners will be hosting, so they'll be on the road quite a bit over this next stretch. It's going to be Przinsky for his career .348 against Justin Masterson.
And he just has nothing to fool him with, Gary. Every time he sees him, he gets the good part of the bat on the ball.
Slider just misses. 1-0. The 1-0 now. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that's in there. The White Sox get a man on. He's going to try and test him here. So there are two men down here, but they do get a man in scoring position.
A very, very smooth and level swing right there going through that strike zone. And he drives that ball. Now, let's see if this will start a two-out rally now that he's on second base.
And it'll be Viciedo batting. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. He is 0 for 1 off Justin Masterson. He delivers. A sinker, misses. 1-1. Goodwood hits it right back up through the pitcher. And he's out at first. What an out. Nice work, Justin Masterson. Nothing doing in the first two. Goose eggs on the board for him. And we move on to the bottom half of the second inning.
For the Cleveland Indians.
And Santana's in the box. And boy, did he draw a lot of walks last year in the AL. Danks gets set and delivers. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Base runners are what you want. It's on base percentage. Get on and see what happens. And this guy's so patient. He finds different ways to get on, and he'll take a walk.
Carlos Santana lets it go by. Count is even. For his career, .227 off the White Sox.
And it just seems like there's always that one team that you struggle against, and this happens to be the team for him.
This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Diaz to field this one. Able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one.
Designated hitter.
Well, this ball was headed to the gap, but the left fielder got a good jump on it, able to run it down and make the play. Well, a look here at last year in the American League and where the Indians ranked compared to everybody else. 5th in doubles, 6th in batting average with runners in scoring position. And they were in the top 10 in team batting average, an offense that made a lot of contact and got a lot of base hits.
Here's the swing. That's a broken bat fly ball.
Right fielder. Number
And
17.
it's Shin-Soo Choo at the plate.
Shin-Soo Choo.
Lined up the middle. And that one's going to drop in. That's their first hit. That'll bring Lonnie Chisenhall.
Well, the last thing you want to do is have a quick inning. That two-out hit right there will prolong the inning. Great piece of hitting.
Danks gets set and delivers. Started to go around, held up, but it's in there. 0-1. Oh, Chisenhall, he drills it. Goodbye, home run, Indians. Oh, did he sock that one? Indians are on the scoreboard. And so they jump out to the 2-0 lead. Wow, what a great time for a two-run shot like that.
That's the right offensive approach for Cleveland. Getting pitches they can hit, capitalizing on it. Now they're going to see if they can't keep adding to it.
Line shot into center field. And he's on now. That's going to be another hit for them. And a chance to check out the schedule for the White Sox.
Number 23.
Tonight's game, the last against Cleveland. Grapple with another AL Central team, the Detroit Tigers. That'll be at the end of the week. And after that, they will be home against the Orioles, have to deal with Nick Markakis and the O's lineup. Great series there. So a lot of home games on the way. The fans will have a chance to see their guys many times over in the next couple of weeks. And Brantley's in the box. He went 1 for 3 last year off John Danks. And he holds off on the pitch low, 1-0.
This cut fastball is a very effective pitch for this guy because it allows him to set up all of his other pitches.
At the belt, the 1-0. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. He's ready. Now the 2-0. Here's a slider for a called strike, 2-1.
Well, you throw that breaking pitch up and in, it's dangerous because a lot of times the hitter will open up giving on the pitch. That's the one pitch he has left to hit, but he got away with one there.
The pitch. And he swings and hits this one foul. That one's drilled to short. And that ends the half inning as Ramirez makes the play. They'll love to be able to put early pressure on picking up some runs here in the second. Cleveland is ahead 2-0. And Alex Rios to lead off.
Number 51, Alex Rios.
A swing line to left center. And it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. That's going to bring Gordon Beckham up.
Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Chicago White Sox and see how they ranked. 8th in batting average, 8th in hits, and they were in the top 10 in home runs. That ability to drive the ball really paid dividends for this team's offense. Keep a close eye on Alex Rios. He's got to be running right here. With his speed in this situation, he's going.
First pitch he let go by, and it was a ball, 1-0.
Well, and that'll saw his batting, too, if he swings at that one.
He's running towards second. Strike one. And he is out trying to take second. Slider just off the black that time, 2-1.
Gordon Beckham settling into that second base position. He came up as a third baseman for the White Sox, had a great year, moved him to second. It's been a struggle. He's trying to find that groove at the plate.
Up the middle. Oh, that'll move you on the mound. He just barely got out of the way.
And
that'll bring Alejandro Diaz up. He's still very young, Beckham is. He's got a lot of time to improve. The number one, it seems, for him is that batting average as it has continued to drop since he was called up.
You know, it's funny because he hit over 300 in the minor leagues. That's one of the reasons they thought he was ready to play in the majors. But he got there quickly, and he hasn't seemed to make the adjustments yet. But I think he'll get there.
He flew out his last time up. Ball one to begin this at bat, 1-0. Now there's a swing, a ball hit high, deep into right field. Goodbye, home run, White Sox. That puts them on the board. This two-run homer, clutch piece of hitting.
Now credit the White Sox offense, attacking, trying to do what they can to bring this thing back, evening it up. Tie game now. Let's see if they can add on some more runs, Gary.
Hit in the air to left center.
At the
2
plate
down here in
for
the inning.
Chicago White Sox.
Well, he hit this one well, but it hangs up long enough to give the left fielder just enough time to run underneath and make the catch.
Here's Paul Konerko with 2 away.
We saw the last game. He delivered in the clutch with 3 RBIs in that one, a big part of their offensive contribution.
First pitch on the way. That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. That one's grabbed, side retired. They come up with 2 runs to pull even. Ball game tied here in Cleveland.
For the Cleveland Indians.
And it's Grady Sizemore in the box now.
Number 24.
His first trip to the plate, he went down on strike, striking out against Stangs.
And on the last strikeout, he swung and missed on a 2-seamer. I bet he's going to see that again right here. Why wouldn't he?
And that strike starts the 3rd inning here, an 0-1 count.
This guy likes to pull the string on hitters, Gary, particularly if they don't have a lot of patience at the plate. They'll get you thinking fastball and then pull the string and swing and miss.
It rolls all the way to the wall. He will hold up at 3rd. That's going to be a triple. Still no out.
Well, this is the way you want to kick off an inning right here. He hits the ball right out of the box. He's thinking triple, and that's what he gets.
And we've got Kipnis here. He's 6 for 21 over his career up the White Sox. Now 0-2. Danks with some pitches to play with.
Better to go after the fastball when a guy has quality secondary pitches. Even though it's down to the zone, you've got to swing at that.
Pitch on the way. And this is bounced foul to the left side. There's contact. He drove it well. 1 away now. Sizemore is trying for the plate. And Sizemore comes home. And Cabrera settles in. Getting out in front. Anytime in the ballgame you want to do that. Now you're trying to build on it.
Well, we just saw some important production right there, guys. To get on the board at this stage of the game gives them a real chance of build confidence and to win.
Sliders in there. No balls and a strike. Early on in a game like this, your bats are working. You're showing you can take some strides, jump out in front. Get the feeling right now the confidence is growing.
Oh, I think you're right about that. I think what you want to do is just get those tack-on runs. Just find ways to continue to score to build that momentum.
The 1-1. That one swung on, hit in the air deep to left field. Diaza to field this one. As he drops back and puts it away.
First baseman, number 41, Carlos Santana.
It's Carlos Santana at the plate with 2 down. And here's a quick summary of how this guy's mixing up his pitches. How's he doing?
Well, you know, guys, he's definitely leaning towards that slider a little more than he usually does.
And you know, another thing, we usually see him really exploit the changeup. That's his #1 put-away pitch, the big out pitch that he uses. We haven't seen him put that in display at all today.
Here's Danks with a 1-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch is a fastball high, 2-0.
Well, he tried that 4-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
That's ball 3. Santana's worked the count into his favor, may get a walk. In this matchup, lifetime 1 for 3 off Danks. And here's the pitch. Refuses to go after it. Missed. Ball 4.
Off the plate outside. He's missed on 4 straight. He's got to bring it back in the zone.
So that brings up Travis Haffner. Flew out last time. And here's the first one. First pitch, fastball, 0-1. Here's the delivery. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. Fantastic catch by Diaza. So they score a run, one hit, and leave a man on. Cleveland takes this brand new lead to the next half inning.
Coming to bat for the Chicago
And it's
White
Adam
Sox,
Dunn now to lead it off.
number 32.
It's going to be Vinny Pastano on the mound. He's been chosen to take over out there. Ball outside as Dunn takes it for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Swing, shoots this one towards the gap, right center. And that is in there. The tying run is on base.
Well, what a great way to get things started, leading off the inning with the double. Put yourself in scoring position early.
Morrill batting now.
You go back to that injury, Gary, and those are always very difficult ones there. And not much you can do. Sometimes it's just the happenstance of the game that can lead to injury.
Steve, we were talking about the injury. So long as the play is a clean play, even though you don't want to see it happen, at least you understand how it happened.
Well, that's right. I mean, listen, sometimes the game just plays itself out, and if you play hard, you do at times